Joe talks about Joe. And now, your host, Joe Slepsky.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Joe on Joe. It's me, your host, Joe Slepsky, and it's a throwback episode today. Listeners, if you're a longtime fan of the show, well, okay, let me scratch that. If you're a longtime listener of the show, I'm not going to judge your fandom or not. I'm going to leave that up to you to decide. But if you've been listening to the show for a long time, you know that this show started as a watch-along. So if you look back through all of our catalogs, the first 160-some episodes are all us watching the old cartoon and pulling a Mystery Science Theater on top of it. And I have not done that in about 150 episodes. We've been switched to Joe on Joe Illustrated. We did a lot of You on Joe. Well, today I am happy and excited to bring in my guest today for a throwback to form. We're going back to old school JOJ format with my guest, my friend, this brilliant young lady that all of you are going to want to know more about. Jadan Vines, welcome to Joe on Joe.
Hello, hello. And it is my deep honor and pleasure to be here. So excited.
Jadan, we've been talking about getting you on the show since I've literally met you. Well, we're going to get into your back history for a second there real quick. But so listeners, in case you're wondering what we're doing today, we're also breaking the G.I. Joe Renegades barrier. That's right.
Let's go.
We've teased talking about doing Renegades for years too. And Jadan grew up with Renegades.
Yes, I did.
So we're just throwing everything out the window for this episode, and this means that I will be finishing Renegades at some point in the near future. So more to come on that. But Jadan, you met my wife, the lovely and talented Toilet Teal, at LMU as a student, as a peer, and she came home one day and said, "Joe, there's a young lady from Chicago who is." You're in your early 20s, right?
Yeah, 24.
24. And she loves G.I. Joe. And I was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy you're on today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I love your wife, and I love you.
Oh, well, we love you very much. We've seen Jadan. I've seen Jadan perform in a couple shows. She's very talented live as an actress.
Thank you.
She's also a super talented singer.
Yeah, I do a little bit.
You do a little bit.
Yeah.
She's an amazing creative force in the writing world.
Appreciate that.
You just graduated with your MA in English in creative writing, and you're about to embark on a trip to Vancouver.
Absolutely.
To attend the U of British Columbia?
Oh, yeah.
To get your MFA in creative writing.
Yes, maple syrup all the way.
Maple syrup.
And bears and moose.
We've got Canadian friends and family up there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Creative writing, what about it do you love? Let's get that out the way.
Sure. I think I've always had a very eccentric mind, and I loved, when I was a kid, my grandparents and I did a lot of getting raised by my grandparents, and they showed us lots of old 60s musicals. So we were doing Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, we were doing Oklahoma, we were doing McClintock.
Do you know what I watched this morning?
Did you watch Seven Brides for Seven Brothers?
I watched Music Man this morning.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And I love the Broadway show. That was what I grew up on. So things on stage are larger than life material, especially for Westerns, when my family's from the South, so that's all we grew up on. It just ignited so many pathways. So me and my brother and my sister, we would always just write stories with each other, not putting them anywhere. We'd just be we're gonna write a story about a guy going on a journey, and he's doing this, and he's on a team, but he has to leave the team. And we would just always come up with stuff because I was in our surroundings and our nature. And my grandmother is a teacher, so she encouraged us to write whatever we thought about, just write it down. And I got very pragmatic in my 14 to 18-year-old years. I was I need to do humanitarian work.
A pragmatic 14-year-old.
Oh, I was serious. I loved Power Rangers, but I was serious. I loved making jokes, but I was very much so, my siblings were the wild ones. So I was I will be the orderly one. That will be my job.
Yeah.
So I got my BA in international relations, hoping to do humanitarian work. and it was enjoyable, but it wasn't fulfilling.
Where did you get your Bachelor of Arts?
I got it at LMU.
At LMU,
Yeah,
okay. So wait, so that's your second?
So MA is the second degree. MFA will be the third. Yeah, a lot of letters.
And you're 24.
Yeah.
So I can't even keep track of this. So
I
you went to
know.
LMU, got your BA in
And international relations.
international relations. Then you saw the world going to hell, and you're like, I got to get out of this.
Yes, I was like, it was making me so sad, and all the job prospects would be so sad. And I was like, I love history and I love international relations, but I wanted to tap into the creative side of me because I started doing theater more seriously in like my last year of undergrad. And playwriting became like my thing. I started writing plays first.
Awesome.
And it was integrating what I was learning in IR and what I loved about the creative world and like how you can make up a story reflecting our relations, our national state. So that's how it started. It started just combining those two interests, and then it turned into the MA in English with an emphasis in creative writing, and now the MFA. So it's been a long journey, but I'm really happy with where I am now, creatively and academically for sure.
That's really an amazing journey. And to find it so young, like that's what you want to do. I think that's what most people's desire is for themselves and certainly their children.
Definitely.
Is that to whatever path you're on, to find it early and zero in on it.
Definitely.
So it's great to see that coming to fruition.
Yeah.
And creatively, you nailed it on the head. There's always room for stupid fluff stuff, but I think we all agree that the best stories have an underlying something to it.
Oh yeah.
Whether you agree with the message or not, there's still a reason for that story being told. The creator has a reason to tell the story, and that shows in the projects.
Yeah, most certainly.
Talking to G.I. Joe, they would go on these adventures, but there was always a moral, there was always a lesson, there was always something underneath it.
That's why I loved Renegades.
Yeah.
I was always, even when I was rewatching it recently, I was like, my goodness, this is.
So when do you remember when you first saw G.I. Joe?
So it came out in 2010.
You Renegade, yeah.
So I was 9 when it first came out, and I can't remember if it was at my parents' house because we didn't have very many channels, or if it was at my aunt's house who did have a lot of channels. But my dad served in the military, and his dad served in the military, so they knew what G.I. Joe was.
Yeah.
So when Renegades came out, I think it was my dad who was like, let's just watch the show. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, your dad's got to be like our age.
He's 56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he probably watched the old school stuff that we love.
I believe he did.
That's
I believe
awesome.
he did. Yes. It was fun because Renegades was so different. He would just be like, this is different.
It is. It's so different.
Yeah.
So different. Yeah.
I really remember him being like, this is very different than what I recall. I'm like, well, this is awesome.
Where's Serpentor?
Yeah. Exactly. Precisely. But
why does Mindbender have a shirt on?
I see all these references out of my head. I don't even know what that means. but me and my brother were really into Power Rangers at the time.
Sure.
And I still am. It's still my favorite show. And he was like, well, this is kind of similar. And I was rewatching Renegades. I was like, it is very similar.
Very similar. Yeah.
So I just remember going back to Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, that old 50s movie. All the brothers are redheads. So that started my love for redheads. And I just remember being like, oh my gosh, I love Scarlet.
Oh, yeah.
So that was my in. And then and I was like, it's just so fun.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to put a pin in this Scarlet conversation. Because as
okay.
I'm watching this,
yeah.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts.
Okay.
Did you have any of the toys? Did the cartoon love translate any, or did your dad have any of his old toys, or did he have any Joe
What
toys?
we had is my brother got Roadblock. I remember he had Roadblock.
From this era or old school?
I don't think it was this era. I think it was older.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe we got it like in a store. It was like from a uncle or a friend of a friend or something. So I think it was an old
school,
one.
Yeah.
And then we had a newer school Duke toy.
Awesome.
I remember having those. I remember leaving them at my grandparents' house because now our younger cousins have all of our old toys. So I don't know where they are, unfortunately. But I do remember we had the toys, those two toys specifically for a while.
Did you identify with Scarlet, or did you just like her? And was there a character on the show that you kind of like zeroed in on that you really enjoyed character-wise?
I really liked Scarlet. It was like it was just phenotypes. I was like, this girl is gorgeous. I love her. I think character-wise, I really enjoyed the Arashikage just story. So I love Snake Eyes. My brother loved Snake Eyes.
Awesome.
We just loved it. That I think that was the fighting aspect of like Power Rangers that like connected for
Oh,
us, and we were
for
like,
sure,
we
yeah.
love these fights, and it even reminded me of like Legend of Korra, kind of like the fighting style and the animation. So I think it was Snake Eyes was definitely like the favorite because like he's so quiet and cool, and I don't know what his face looks like except for when he was a kid. It's like I loved the mystery of his character, and it was so. I watched. I went back home recently to Chicago, and we watched G.I. Joe Retaliation, the movie.
Second one, yep.
Yeah, and that's the. I didn't even know there were other movies. Like we just watched that one all the time because we had that one on DVD,
Yeah.
so I didn't know there were others.
So have you ever seen the first movie?
No.
Still to this
To
right
this
now
day.
to this moment you haven't
No.
seen the first because what I noticed with Renegades is and listeners, if you remember when we were doing the old episodes, I'd seen them all when I was a kid already, but I did not watch them in advance. I just watched them like the day
Okay.
before we were doing this episode. I would
Right.
watch that singular episode, so I knew it. I didn't go forward and watch a ton because I wanted to be as fresh as I could.
Yeah.
So I've never watched Renegades.
Okay.
I've seen a couple episodes here and there.
Right.
But when this was on, we were just moving out here to California, so I remember seeing it on and being excited that there was a Joe cartoon on, but I didn't have the bandwidth to get it into my viewing habits. So, having said all that, I'm watching this realizing this was coming out around the time of the first movie.
Yes.
So you were into the show, but you avoided the movie.
I didn't even know the movie was coming out.
Yeah.
And I was doing some like because I loved the show so much and I thought it had such good legs for like at least 4 seasons. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was really curious as to why it was canceled when I got older, and it has a lot to do with the movie coming out at the same time.
Well, this era of animation, I mean, it's not just this era, but definitely this era, because this was the era where I remember Green Lantern was a
yes.
big. Do you remember seeing that show? That was on like one season.
Yes.
That was a big deal show because it was really, really well done. But it leaked that the only reason they didn't keep doing it, because it was good, like it was as good as any of the Justice League stuff they were doing, it didn't sell toys.
Yeah.
So with G.I. Joe, this didn't give them
They
a
didn't
bump
get
in the
toys.
toys, so
Yeah.
it didn't keep that. That's why they were doing it,
That's
you know.
crazy.
Whereas like back in the day, the show was being funded to sell the toys.
Wow.
And now these toys weren't selling, so they weren't then going to fund the show. It's a little bit of the same thing, but a little bit of the
Yeah.
reverse there. Like,
Yeah.
like they didn't trust in it. So I think that's why, like the toy line wasn't,
That's
they
so
were,
crazy to me.
it wasn't popping off or whatever, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They did 26, I think, episodes.
Yeah.
And then that's all we got for Renegades,
crazy.
which is, from what I've seen of it, it's cool.
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
It's different.
Yes.
It's definitely more serious.
Yes.
But yet also tongue in cheek.
Yes.
Very of the time as far as sarcasm. If you ever do watch the movie, you'll see it parallels the movie a lot.
Okay.
As far as characterizations
Yeah.
go. Ripcord being the star.
Yes.
He was one of the stars in the movie. Duke,
Yes.
star of the movie. In the first one, it was Heavy Duty, not
Yeah.
Roadblock.
Yeah.
And then Tunnel Rat wasn't in the movie, but
Yeah.
he's a feature on the show.
Right.
They used he was Break. I think it was Breaker, not Dial Tone. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Breaker.
Breaker was in there.
Yeah, and then of course Snake Eyes, obviously. But there are a lot of parallels that set up here, and it's weird because growing up, like Ripcord was, he was cool,
Yeah.
and he had a good run in the comic books,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about in a sec with you. But like he wasn't a star.
Yeah.
But they did in the movie. So all of a sudden, if it
Yeah.
was Ripcord,
Oh.
everything, we were
'Cause
like,
it was Marlon Wayans, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the Wayans. I
Yeah.
think it was Marlon, and he was fine in it. And
Okay.
I liked it. It's crazy that they had him be a pilot when really he wants to jump out of planes.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
He's a parachuter, which on the cartoon they got it
Yes.
right. Like they show him parachuting.
so interesting.
But in the movie, they're like, no, you want to be a pilot.
Wow.
So why would you call him Ripcord? Why not make him Ace? I don't understand it. Yeah, so there's a lot of those parallels. Did you ever read the comic books?
I did not.
None, never.
We weren't a big comic book house. I got like back to Power Rangers. We got the Power Rangers comic books. I get those for Christmas every once in a while. But we were like a Justice League Unlimited, that
Oh,
era
yeah.
of TV. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
that's good
those
stuff.
comics.
Okay.
And we had a few of the old like Marvel ones. But my dad was really into comics, and he works at a church, and one of his colleagues would gift him like mint condition ones.
Oh.
And my dad would read them but would not let us touch them.
Sure.
Because we were like gross and kids. So there were always comic books around, and my dad loved comic books. But we didn't read them because we were like, we're gross. And clearly this is like the most sophisticated type of like art.
Yeah.
And on many ways it's so incredible. But we never got to touch the G.I. Joe ones. No.
Does he have them?
He doesn't have them. He would like take them for like a week and then give them back to
then
the
give
guy.
them back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's be fair to Dad.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than loaning whatever it's a comic book or a book or a DVD, and you get it back and it's got fingerprints on it and it's disgusting.
Mustard,
Some kids drooled on it. I don't care what it is you're loaning.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and you can see, you look around my house, you see I've got my fair amount of tchotchkes and stuff over the years. That has been my bane of existence. I feel like I am. I don't want to knock, whatever. I feel like I'm generous with my stuff. But people forget to bring it back. Or they bring it back and it's broken. And that burns you so many times that you start getting like,
that's unacceptable.
I will let you read this, but you got to get it back to me.
You can read this on my couch.
Because and so much of that, speaking from a collector, and listeners, I hope you guys hear where I'm coming with this. In your head, you turn on switches.
Oh yeah.
So let's say this is a book about the making of G.I. Joe the movie, and I bought it, and in my head that switch flipped to I own it. Yeah. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. So you just kind of put it away, right? And you read it or you don't, or you put it on your shelf or whatever, and then someone borrows it. Well, that switch is still flipped in your head that you have it.
Oh, yeah.
So either you go look for it and you're crazy because you're like, I know I bought it. Where is the book? And you forget that you loaned it to someone. Yep. Or you just think that you didn't buy it, so you buy it again. And then a year later, the person's finally like, hey, I found this under my bed. Here you go. And then it's like all the wiring that we've made as a collector just fries in your brain.
Oh, absolutely.
And there are things that I can't speak of right now that still burn me. Because I still go, I know I owned that.
No,
where
definitely.
did it go? I don't know where my Crow soundtrack went.
You have to find that.
It's gone. I mean, I've repurchased it. But for people my age, there was no better soundtrack mid-90s.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
And I don't own a copy of it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on. What happened?
No, I
need to know what happened.
I get that. Yeah. I'm very much, I take after my dad's mom. I like my things, and I like a lot of things. And I've been to Power Morphicon, the last two Power Morphicons.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Awesome.
My brother was going to fly out, but he had to work, so I went by myself. And it's like one of those things where if I'm going somewhere and I'm like, I have a friend who maybe is not into it, but I'm just like, you want to come out? Well, I don't do that with the Power Morphicon. I'm like, if you don't know this, you're not coming with me.
Is that out here in LA?
It was in Pasadena.
Okay. At
the convention center. And they do it every 2 years.
It's a great place to see a show, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Pasadena Convention Center. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Well, they did it in 2022, I believe, in 2020, if I'm correct. And I went those 2 years, and it was my first summer with a credit card.
Oh, boy.
I did what I had to do.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like in the process of moving right now. And my mom was like, okay, you're coming to Chicago. Bring all the things you're not taking. I opened my suitcase. She's like, well, where's all the stuff? I'm like, that's coming with me. Like, I'm not leaving that in this home. What if there's a flood? What if there's a fire? What if someone steals it?
So many things.
I am so protective.
What if Rita Repulsa shows up?
Ivan Ooze?
I mean, what are we going to do?
What do we do? I'm so protective of that specific stuff because it's so connected to, like, an era for me.
I owe you an apology at San Diego this year. I wouldn't say hanging out. We were hanging out, and the group next to us were hanging out, and we had a brief interaction. And it was pointed out to me that the young short gentleman next to me was the Black Ranger.
Walter?
Yes.
Oh.
He was super nice.
I love him.
And friend of the show, very good friend of mine, Pablo, who knew it, and he does his own show. He was all up in it. And
Zach.
For me, it was.
Oh my gosh.
I was the old guy because they were. It was about 5 or 6 years, little too for them. So I was like, who?
Oh my God.
And all his friends were like, what? And then I got real respectful very quickly but I didn't understand it. And but he was a very nice guy.
I love him.
I met him.
I love him. I met. This isn't Power Rangers kind of podcast.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Well, welcome to Jadan on Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power Rangers and stuff. That's the name.
Power Rangers in stuff. Yeah. Toys R Us. Power Rangers
Yes.
in stuff. Well, we're watching the first episode of Renegades today.
Beautiful.
We're gonna watch it together. We're gonna comment. We're gonna talk over it.
Gorgeous.
Listeners, if you're new to this style format, just get ready. We're eventually, I'm gonna say hit play, and you just hit play. This is the old school, or I guess this is the DVD rip of the release. So we're not watching it. There's no commercials. There's the breaks. I believe that the breaks are slotted in, but they're not like old school breaks where it'd be dun, 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 like it's more of a. But there are the breaks, but we won't be pausing for those. So we'll just be hitting play and watching all the way through. Any final, Joe? Like, what do you think? So since this is something in your rear window and kind of a childhood love, JoJo's having a bit of a resurgence right now. They're talking about doing a new cartoon. They're certainly doing a lot of toys right now. That's having some love for the older collector, I would say. The comic books are actually popping right now. Comic books are really good right now.
Gonna get into those.
Is that? Do you think you could find it in yourself? Would you want to revisit and see where Joe's at today?
Absolutely. I think one of my favorite parts of this show, especially watching older, especially with the international relations background, is like the politics and the conflict, and so many of the sentiments expressed in this show are expressed now in current political debates and just social debates. So I most certainly will be getting back into it, and I gotta watch those movies.
That's a must.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be your Canadian homework.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean there will be you're a tremendous social butterfly. So I know you're not going to have any friends, any trouble making friends up there. So that is true. However, it'll be a new land.
Yeah.
So there will be a ramp up period of time.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to have plenty of time, especially if you're up there. If you stay up there during the cold.
Yeah, I'm not going outside.
No.
There are bears.
No. Yeah, bears.
There are bears out there. Absolutely not. No, I'm from Chicago.
You are from Chicago. Big shout out. So you're from Homewood Flossmoor?
Yes, Homewood Flossmoor.
HF, southwest suburbs, southwest side.
Yeah.
We know what's up. For if any of your HF listeners are here, I'm a proud alum of Richards High School.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago Ridge. Richards out of Oak Lawn, Smoke Lawn as we call it.
Yeah.
So there's just saying. There's a good connection here.
It's good.
It's good people.
It's good people. Great people.
It's good people, but the closer you get, the less good they are. You know what I'm saying? Like from here, we're like Chicago, Homewood, great people, and then you get home to the Ridge, and you're like Worth's terrible.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Worth's the worst.
So funny.
You know, and like Oak Park, get out of here.
Get out of here.
You know,
immediately.
But if you're in LA, you're like Oak Park's great.
That's my home.
My home. Are you not down with it?
Yeah.
I mean,
The
Niles.
library?
I mean,
come on.
Schaumburg. Let's make this happen.
Schaumburg.
Yeah.
I'll hate on Schaumburg from all the way over here.
Berwyn.
Ugh.
Totally.
God almighty.
Awesome. So, listeners, if you're out there, thank you so much for listening. Give us a shout on social. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Joe and Joe Pod. Send me an email to joeandjoepod@gmail.com. If you want to help support the show, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/joeandjoepod and keep the doors open that manner. I always love listening to you, by the way, hearing from you listeners. So if you want to send me an email and, just be like, hey, I want to be on the show. I want to do what Jaden's doing. I want to watch an episode of Renegades with you. The doors are open, listeners.
Oh, yeah.
So we do this remote. Jaden's sitting on the couch. We're doing this together in person, which is the best. But if you're remote, we can do this remotely. Or if you want to fly out to LA and sit on my couch, we will do it.
It's a gorgeous home.
We'll make it happen. So if you're a big fan of Renegades and you're hearing this and you want to join me for an episode, we're doing them sequentially. So if you're like, my favorite episode is part 3, you better hurry.
Yeah.
But if you're like, my favorite episode is episode 21, you got some time.
You have time.
You got about 15 weeks or 16 weeks or something. So I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Rate and review and all that good stuff. And if you want to see more of Jaden, you need to follow her on Instagram. She's got two grams because one is not enough. Her normal everyday I'm awesome Instagram is at Jadan Vines, JadanVines. And you have a performance one at Jadan, JADAN_sings.
Yes.
And like, do you like never cross content or?
I do a little bit. I post like little mini clips of me singing sometimes on my regular one, but I'm like, This is for the theater people.
For the theater
This is
folks.
for my
Yeah, it's for the theater
friends.
folks.
Yeah.
So give her a follow. Say hello to her. She's really great, and I think you're gonna enjoy this as we watch along.
Yay.
It's G.I. Joe Renegades episode number 1, The Descent. It is part 1, so
Yes.
so listeners, you're gonna have to come back for part 2.
Oh yeah. Please.
And Jaden, this is my way to trick you into giving me one more listener, because
Okay.
you're gonna have to listen to episode 2,
Yes, I am.
because you're not gonna be here for it.
I know.
You're not gonna find out what happened.
I know. Yeah. I forget.
Hey everybody, it's Joe with a quick interjection here. This is Joe from the modern day, from the November 4th day, reminding you that the After Action Report Trivia and Activity Book Kickstarter launched today, November the 4th. That Kickstarter launched. So go to Kickstarter, do a search for After Action Report. You'll see it. It'll come right up, and give them a back. It's a real low threshold. We want to get these really fun game and activity books. We want to get those produced and in our hands so we can all bug each other for questions and answers. And as you heard a couple weeks ago when we had Josh on talking about that, I have a bunch of After Action books to give away to you. I did this in the spring. We're going to do it again. I've got a lot, guys. I've got like 20 books or something like that. So here's what you do. You can either tag me on social media with the hashtag AAR. So hashtag AAR at me on any of the socials. I'll look for that. And also send me an email to joeandjoepod@gmail.com. Just let me know that you want to be in the show. We appreciate you spreading the word on social. That's really the best thing to do. But I understand that everyone is not on social media. And boy, do I not only understand, but I admire you for doing that. So I want to make sure everyone who's listening has a chance to participate. So if anything, shoot me an email to joeandjoepod@gmail.com with After Action Report in the subject line, and I will find you and we'll give the results. We'll do it. We'll do it sometime in like mid-December. By Christmas, I'll announce the winners. And I have plenty of books. So if you're hearing this and it's been a couple weeks, don't be afraid to send me an email, because we should have plenty of those to go around. So do that. Go back to Kickstarter and then email me for a free book. And this is one of their previously published books. So the After Action Report or the Command File, something like that. I've got a whole bunch in my coffers. Previous winners, if you won this one in April, I appreciate you. Maybe let's give someone else a chance to do it. But also don't be shy, because you never know. There might be like 3 people that listen to this show. I have no idea. You're all out there. You're all doing their own thing. So, reach out and just let me know. We'll figure it out. All right, back to the show with Jaden and Renegades, The Descent, Part 1. All right, listeners, so get ready with your mouse or button, or hit play on your VCR. However you're going to watch G.I. Joe Renegades with us. Get ready to hit play in 3, 2, 1.
To navigate this demanding work.
So right out of the gate,
Already.
we're dealing with this is an early computer cartoon graphics. It's not early. Early would be like Beast Wars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's mid. It's like mid, not mid in the way the young kids say it, which I hate. But like mid range.
Yes. Very mid range.
Cobra
The
connection.
other thing that I noticed about this is the style of backgrounds that they do with this show. As I'm watching it, I like it.
It's almost painted.
It is very painted.
Yeah.
And I like it when they go for zoom ins on close ups.
Yes.
It both breaks down for me, but also looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
So the show just started with the a Cobra PSA.
Yes.
Where Cobra's taken over the phrase of knowing is half the battle. So everything's on its head if you're a Joe fan.
I love it.
What a great way to start this.
I love it. It starts with propaganda.
Yeah, propaganda.
What better way to start?
And if you're a G.I. Joe fan, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then it quick cuts to them fighting, and now we're into the first opening credit sequence.
Yeah.
Very CGI.
Very. Yeah. Yeah.
You can see what you can see with this one. This whole show that I get is they're maxing out their dollar value.
Oh,
they
yes.
really are.
Oh,
and,
yes.
and it shows, and I mean that in a very good way.
Yes.
Whereas there's not a lot of glitz on the credits.
No.
The end credits are almost like
It's
a student film.
Yes. Just
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
and that's okay because that tells me they wanted to put all the money on the show and
Yeah.
not so much on the credits.
Yeah.
So the Joes are in the middle of a fight,
Ugh, things so funny.
and we jump to it 6 hours earlier,
Yes.
which, for the record, 6 hours
yeah.
to go from we're putting a
Yes.
team together
Yeah.
to we're assaulting a
We're
Cobra base
fighting. We're fighting.
is really fast.
It's super fast. It's super fast because they have an airplane ride. They have a helicopter ride.
they have to,
have to
get
shake
to know
hands.
each other. They have
Yeah.
to shake hands. They have to introduce themselves.
Yes.
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 So Lady J shows up, and she's recruiting Duke. Jay sounds a little.
Not alone. Don't worry. I'll find you some new friends.
You think Boston, like or
It's
now
very-
or New York, it's like Bronx.
Very New
Bronx.
York.
Yeah.
It's very when I watched the first episode of the original, I can see the voice,
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
timbre of the voice.
We
yeah.
see Ripcord actually doing Ripcord
Yes,
things,
he's
which is
jumping.
great.
Please, Weems, your feet are gonna end up where your ears used to.
Jumping off these towers and
Yes.
in a really cool character moment.
Oh yeah.
They show you without saying it that he's a daredevil because you see that he falls further than all the other
Yes.
guys before he
Yes.
lets his
Silly guy.
parachute loose.
Tunnel.
Tunnel Rat. Do you know who Tunnel Rat is modeled after?
No.
Larry Hama, the guy who created G.I. Joe, the father of G.I. Joe.
Really?
Larry's the guy who wrote
It's incredible.
all of the comic books and pretty much all of the dossiers and backstory for the G.I. Joe Cobra fight.
Incredible. Wow.
So he's known as like the father of G.I. Joe. So when
love
they were
that.
doing characters,
I love
that's
that.
what Tunnel Rat is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's Tunnel Rat?
Oh, we've met Roadblock.
Now here
boy.
comes Roadblock's a big boy.
His
The big un.
strangest beard I've ever seen.
And I like this. At first it was I was a little put off, but eventually I was like, no, it totally works. It's Ripcord giving everyone their nicknames.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he calls Tunnel Rat, and here comes Shayna.
Wow. Wow.
This is your lady friend.
Yeah.
Scarlett joins the team.
Army intelligence.
Sergeant Hauser. My friends call me.
Dude.
They meet for the first time. So this is my Scarlett thought that I wanted to put a pin into.
Yes.
I feel bad for her on a meta scale
Okay.
because every iteration of G.I. Joe, they pair her with someone romantically.
Yeah.
Even in the newer comic
Yeah.
books,
Really?
they've paired her with Jinx a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, they're playing around with it. They haven't
Really?
really dug into
Interesting.
it, but yeah, in her first miniseries.
Okay.
But it's always Scarlett
And someone.
and someone. And so in this iteration, if we're watching this
Big, strong army guys
on
are
this
going in to
episode,
make the civilians
Scarlett
feel
is
safe.
now surrounded by 3 of her boyfriends.
Yes. Yes. That's crazy.
Because the old cartoon was Duke. Snake Eyes is the comic
Yeah.
book, which most of us have. That's
Yes.
most of our headcanons because
Yes.
Snake Eyes and Scarlet go together.
Uh-huh.
But in the movies, or I'm sorry, in the cartoon, it was Duke. And then in the new movies they did, it was Ripcord.
Really?
Yeah, Ripcord's very much into her. And by the end of the movie, she's like, okay. And they play Snake Eyes as like a brother. And so that's how this is sort of being played
So
too.
interesting.
me pass, roadblock.
I just
There
named
it
him
goes.
Roadblock. So I'm watching this go, that is awkward for our girl Scarlett.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the continuity?
continuity, I don't know. Does she have to have a boyfriend
Does
on the
she
team?
have to? What's so interesting about this one is like it's very much so alluded to. She like hugs Duke and but she also like Snake Eyes. I trust him. Her nickname is like Snake Bait. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
What's going on
Like,
here?
what is happening?
They
Right.
never commit to it.
And she's so, and maybe it's how they get away with it, because even in the old cartoon where she's with Duke, she's so like strident and just
yes,
her own
she's
person.
so strong on her own.
Yeah. So even if she's so I 100% take that grain of salt with
Yes.
this thought. But it was a thought I had, and I felt it was
Yeah.
weird.
It's very interesting, and it's very much so this era too, where they have to put a girl with someone.
Yeah.
Because we watch. It's I don't know. It's just very much so cartoon. If there's one girl,
Oh,
she's
she's got to
be with
Gotta be
somebody.
with somebody.
It's
Yeah,
gotta be flirty.
somebody, because there's the only reason to have her on the team.
Why not?
However, the only people that broke that were the Smurfs. Smurfette was
That's
with no
so
one.
interesting.
Smurfette was her own lady.
I love that for her.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
deserved.
So the Joes roll up to this Cobra compound. So in this, if you're not familiar with Renegades, in this world, Cobra, the organization, is like
Amazon.
It's like Amazon. You know what? You're exactly right. It is 100% like Amazon. They do everything. They provide everything. They're here to help the world.
Yep.
The Joes Scarlet has conscripted these dudes, and they're not the Joes yet, but they've conscripted them into a team to check out this building, which she knows something's up with them, and they immediately get into a firefight.
Immediately.
And that's where we picked up from the start of the show.
Yeah.
Snake Eyes has now entered the chat.
My
And
king.
He is the king, isn't he?
He's incredible.
I love him so much.
He's just such an incredible character development.
Mm-hmm.
I love a background story. I love he's just so cool. He's just cool. I love a cool character that doesn't have to do anything to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
He just shows up and he has aura.
Mm-hmm. Now, he's had a few little kind of like variations. So you said you like the Urashikage story. Like, what is your version of his story that you like?
Well, in the show, they establish his backstory along with Jinx and Storm Shadow.
Okay.
And in the movie, because the G.I. Joe Retaliation is more prominent in my head because I watched that way more with my family throughout my life as opposed to just a kid. But they have the backstory where they have like Leo Howard, who is on the show Kicking It, Disney XD. He played young Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Him finding their leader, and thinking it was Storm Shadow. So they kind of tweaked the story a tad bit, but it was also Zartan in the movie, so that was also confusing. But
that's from the comics.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the comics are crazier.
I need to look in. It's just I like that they give him such texture.
Yeah.
Cobra does bake a tasty apple pie.
Now, we just had a great character moments here. Roadblock doesn't believe that Cobra's bad, even though they just were assaulted and are currently wearing soldier Cobra Viper Troop uniforms. Heavily armed Viper Troop uniforms. And Roadblock, in a nod to his cuisine, his culinary background, loves their apple pies, which is great. And Snake Eyes has been in here the whole time, infiltrating everything.
He
knows all.
Right.
Yeah.
General Abernathy will pat you on the back. If I'm
They do a
wrong,
nice
you'll be
job
handed
of
a medal for
balancing this
blowing the
with
whistle on me. Sound fair?
getting us into the action, but also doing all the exposition on the go. You know, so we're catching up as these characters
Absolutely.
are. It's you know, this is a creative writing. It's your entry character.
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
entry character for the audience.
Yes.
So we are these four dudes, kind of going, "What's up?"
Yes.
And Scarlet and Snake Eyes.
Yes.
They're the Obi-Wans. They know what's up.
It's very interesting, like just the way they started in general, where they don't know each other, so it's like like melding from the jump. Like you're like, whose vibe is going with who, and why don't they like them? And you don't know who to trust. You're like,
And Duke doesn't trust anybody.
No one for a while.
Duke doesn't trust. I like that.
Yes.
They've taken that to an extreme in the current comics.
Really?
He's in the comics, the current Skybound universe they're doing. He was like one of the first people to see a Transformer.
Oh.
Like, so imagine you're living your life and you're a soldier. You're just Jaden going to school, and you see a Transformer in real life, but you're the only one that saw it.
Wow.
So you come to your boss and you're like, I just saw a Transformer. And they're like, you're crazy. And you're like, no. Not only did I see one, he killed my buddy. And they're like, you're crazy. That's where they put Duke in these new comic books. So he's this even more, I don't trust anything.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
So now we meet General Abernathy. This is Hawk.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Hawk? So I like what they did here. They made him a lot older.
Would you care for another
Patch, you know, he's grizzled and stuff.
Sure.
Back in the day, Hawk was actually one of the original 13 Joes.
Oh.
Like he was a regular green shirt,
Okay.
blonde hair, very much looked like Duke. And in the comics, he very much looked like Duke. So you couldn't really pair them together because they would look like each other.
Yes.
And then the second version of Hawk they did, they gave him brown hair.
Okay.
And they put him in a bomber jacket and made him General Hawk.
I see.
So for us, that was huge because that was like, oh, this guy graduated.
That's so cool.
He's in charge now.
I love that.
Yeah, so now they went even a little step further, which I think is very smart for the show.
Yes.
You don't need him to look remotely like Duke. Make him older.
Yeah.
You know, played by what's his name in the movie? From Dennis Quaid.
Oh.
Yeah, he played Hawk.
Soul Surfer.
secret Cobra lab in
That's how I
Springfield.
know him. Soul Surfer, the dad in Soul
Oh,
Surfer.
from Soul Surfer.
Yeah. That's how I know my guy.
Well, that's okay. Well, I said he was from inner space. I mean, like, you know, from Enemy Mine, Dennis Quaid. Enemy Mine's Dennis Quaid. You know.
That's so funny.
So we also just met the Baroness for
Yes.
the first time. Well, what were your thoughts on the Baroness?
So, very much so. I can't remember the villain's name in Justice League, but she had like the the little chopsticks in her hair, and she was like sexy and suave.
Yeah, the assassin.
Yes.
It's either Shiva or you're talking about Talia al Ghul.
Her.
Yeah,
Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
Very much so that vibe. Just like chic.
Very much. This is Brian Bender,
Yeah.
aka Mindbender.
Yes.
In the old G that we referenced, he was shirtless.
Okay.
He wore a giant purple cape. He actually looked a little more like General Hawk just looked. He was
Really?
bald. Oh, real quick, this scene, this is what I'm talking about with the backgrounds.
Yes.
So they're by these giant pipes, and so when they zoom in on this, they're using the same background plate. So you see how the textures stay the same size
Yes.
relatively, so it looks like brush strokes that are now the size of your head.
Yes.
So
That's so crazy.
it's off-putting,
Yeah.
but it's also cool.
It's cool in a weird way.
Yeah. Like
It's very weird.
Yes. Like it gives this whole cartoon a layer of like pseudo reality
Yes.
that I kind of
Yes.
like a lot.
Yes, very much so that.
Yeah. Like it just looks like you're looking at these still frozen
Yes.
paintings.
With like stuff in front, like
Yes, of the
hard things
Joes
in
and
front of
X.
it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and it doesn't. They did a great job with not calling that out. Like
Yes.
it doesn't draw attention to itself.
No.
But if you look for it, you're like, oh, I'm looking at a. Okay, that's neat, and that's them saving money.
Yes.
In a real, let's make the most out of it.
Yeah,
way.
definitely. It's giving Music Man. Got the
Yes.
painted backgrounds and then
Yes.
actors. Yeah.
Yes.
It's really cool.
So now they're fighting this giant, what would I believe it's a bio viper.
Bio Viper,
So
yeah.
they're fighting this giant gelatinous gooey thing.
This was also, I loved the monsters. It was also very Power Rangers to me.
Mhm.
Just
Oh,
like
sure.
the putties.
Which Power Ranger did you identify with? Like, who was your favorite?
Mystic Force was my top.
Mystic Force?
That was my top. The Blue Ranger, she was very quiet and shy.
Okay.
That was me. I was
Okay.
like, I get her. But
Now
very much
I
so.
know they had the different eras, and I don't know them that well. But like, did they fight different enemies? Is it like Mystic Force? Did they fight someone different than
Yeah.
the Animal Force?
Yes,
or-
they all had their different like big villains,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes there would be like collabs between series.
Oh, so they existed in the same universe.
Yeah, they could like sometimes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Like
okay.
some of the big ones, they all like came
Oh, that's
together.
that's interesting. So it wasn't just like, yeah, we rebooted the show
Right.
and now it's missed, because that's kind of how Transformers did it
Yes,
a little
yes.
bit. They would just kind of soft reboot everything, and
Yes.
this was like they all
No,
existed.
they
They're
all
their
knew,
own
and they
people.
knew about the past Power Rangers. and
Oh,
stuff.
that's very.
It was cool.
That's pretty
It was fun.
So the Joes have been captured by Brian Bender.
Yeah.
And they're in these Bio Viper vats. So it seems like, I don't know if, actually, technically, I don't know if this is him just torturing them, or this is how he makes a Bio Viper, like putting a human body in there and then covering it with the goo, and then the
Yeah.
body breaks down.
Yeah, I liked a lot of part of this character's just arc is just experiment. Yeah, they
Yeah,
just let him do
he's
whatever.
crazy.
So he just experiment. He's like, let me put a person in
Do
there.
you know what he really is? Like
No.
before he joined Cobra?
No.
He was an orthodontist.
That tracks because orthodontists are evil. That really tracks, actually. I love that for him. He's like 22.
He's great, right? Yeah, and he was also older, and he had a big long mustache like this, like a twirly mustache. So making him younger, the choices they're making
Yes.
on this all make sense. Yeah,
This is that's
differentiates
an
it. Yeah.
incredible amount of lore. I love that.
And yet they keep Baroness pretty much the same, which is smart. Snake
yes.
Eye's pretty much the same.
Yes.
You know, there's some things they keep. Scarlet's
Yes.
pretty much the same.
The tropes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Duke's
yeah.
a little younger, but close to it.
Okay.
I know, I disobeyed. Didn't want to. Expected
The
court
one
martial.
thing about
I
this
outweigh
show that's
him, your
always
pardon.
not put me off is it's this wrong thing, is that the color palette being more realistic, it all blends in together
Yes,
a little
that's fair.
visually for me.
That's
That's a
very
little
fair.
harder for me. Whereas the old one, because it was all Technicolor and everything, you would have these crazy colors.
Yeah.
It was easier to track who's
That
what.
makes
and-
sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of episodes, especially when they are like out in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite episodes is Cousins, where we see Heavy Duty and
Oh,
Roadblock
awesome.
as cousins, but it takes place in like the Mississippi Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see what you're saying. It's like very much so. It's so realistic that
Yes.
it like the browns and the greens all blend together. I see that.
and
I see that.
I've always said that's one of the tougher. It's one of the tougher challenges creatively, because I
Sure.
understand your desire to want to make it. I don't. If realistic's the word, but just make it
Yeah.
a little more real.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the whole iconography of all this stuff is that it's crazy and it's easy to identify
yeah.
quick visually,
Right.
so that you can
Yeah.
track who's doing what.
Absolutely.
So like that, for me, that's always left me a little cold just with the show in general.
Yeah.
Having said that, they look good, but like I don't love the look of and maybe they get different. This is their first mission, so I don't know. Maybe they outfit them different, but like
No, they say this.
They say this?
They say this.
Yeah, like Roadblock looks pretty much the same as Ripcord, looks pretty much the same as Tunnel Rat, except Tunnel Rat's got a do-rag on.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and same as Hawk
Yes.
or Duke.
Yes.
They all look the same.
And a lot of what I do like about the show is a lot of it's like Cobra's doing something, and these Joes who are escaping, like running from the law, happen upon it. So a lot of the sheriffs in these random towns all look like every other man in the show with the same hair and stuff.
So wait, so you're saying the rest of the show is like the old Incredible Hulk? They just go from town to town getting in trouble?
Unless it's like a part 1, part 2 vibe, it's usually like they accidentally got arrested. We got to break them out.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
It's fun. But it is a lot of repetitive.
So Ripcord just got his nickname. Scarlett said, "Let it rip, Ripcord."
Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah. So they're going to blow up these bio vipers after they rigged up this except the core just got kicked out.
He's going back.
I love the storytelling though. They don't waste time. It's economy. It's fast.
Yeah,
he
it's very
sees there's
fast.
trouble. Ripcord jumps in and he reties the cable, and now he's grabbed by these bio vipers. But it's too late because
oof.
Kaboom.
Bye, my friend.
Might want to cover your ears, doughboy.
You know what? He went out with the joke.
He did.
I love that.
He did. So Ripcord seemingly dies. I have a feeling that's not the end of Ripcord. Snake Eyes does a dope move, cuts the elevator cables, and they all shoot up, counterbalanced. Scarlett hurts her leg on the way out, which is cool because this is funny.
Yeah.
You see all the guys they stole the uniforms from, and you get Scarlett limping out, which is a neat touch. Like Snake Eyes is holding her, helping her, which also adds to the characterization that he's the one that does it without question.
It like signifies their relationship too.
Yes.
Knowing each other prior.
Yep. They steal a Cobra truck.
Oh, this truck. Through thick and thin with them.
Is this becomes their base?
This truck is their base.
Oh, that's cool.
It's gorgeous.
Snake Eyes' pants couldn't be thicker.
He just zoomed out in the smoke,
in
man.
the middle of all these tons of vipers running around, and the way they show Snake Eyes being Snake Eyes is you just walks right past them.
That's so much aura.
It's all over.
Oh. So cool.
So the Joes are pulling up to their base, and they run into this, I believe his name is Hidalgo, and we met him earlier at that cafe or that banquet thing, and he was up to no good.
No good.
No good, this guy.
Ugh, evil man.
Orders them back in the truck.
Sir, we lost a man.
Duke's a little
I need to
suspicious.
check in with base command.
Not happy about losing a
You to
man.
brief General Abernathy. That's an order.
How do you think what's his face
Why
did
are
as
we being
Duke?
transported in a stolen civilian
Channing?
vehicle?
Magic Mike.
Relax.
Yeah,
He
Channing
was there
Tatum.
for so.
In the part two.
I need to watch Rise of Cobra because in part 2 I'm like, he's so funny.
So they did G.I. Joe 1 and he was the star.
Yeah.
Right? And between G.I. Joe 1 and 2 is when Magic Mike hit. So he became this. But they had already written him out of 2 because they were like, he's Channing Tatum. He's not a thing. So then Magic Mike hit. So they were like, well, we need to get more Channing. But the story's done. Like, he's out of that story.
Yeah.
So that whole first sequence of him playing with the
the
Rock's kids
yeah.
playing video games, that was all added later.
Really?
Because of the success of Magic Mike, they needed 5 to 10 more minutes of Channing Tatum on screen.
That's so crazy.
Isn't
I
it?
thought it was like, it broke my heart when I was a kid and I didn't know that there were other movies. I was like, he's got
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. One, that you would kill Duke, but 2,
right?
yeah, and then you slow the whole movie though because you want to get more Channing Tatum in the beginning, and you're like, can we just get on with the movie?
That's also such an interesting part because I think Retaliation is similar to Renegades in that
I like Retaliation.
Yeah,
by the way. Don't get me wrong.
It's fun. It's a fun where they're like running from their own people.
Yeah,
but that's what I was getting to earlier. Where I was saying like there's so much pro and against government and military.
Yeah. Well, that's something that's always ran through Larry's comic books too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So the Joes, Hidalgo, he got melted remotely by Cobra.
Yep.
And they almost died. They ended up they swerved onto a cliff and they almost fell to their deaths. But they're alive. They're talking to General Hawk.
Let me guess. At the Cobra plant, you and those soldiers incinerated.
Yep. And Scarlett's like, we have evidence, but it's gone.
Yeah.
So no
You
one
acted
trusts
without
them.
orders, Lieutenant. You and those men will accept responsibility for going
This is
rogue.
tough hearing because I love General Hawk.
Yeah.
So it's always tough when you hear them have
Yeah.
to play that role, but someone's got to play that
Someone's
role.
got to do it.
I can't help you. No one can.
Yeah. So this show is setting up like, and now we go to the credits real quick. Super playing.
Yes.
We're not spending any
No.
money on it.
None.
This is it's done on Adobe Pro,
Yeah. It's like
and that's it.
Google Doc, black
good.
screen,
Yeah.
black
It's-
background.
It's in Comic Sans font,
Yeah.
and we're good. That was a pretty great start.
It's a great
It's a
start.
pretty great start to a show.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize it was Hasbro.
Yeah.
Back
Oh
Power
yeah.
Rangers. Didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
That's a pretty great start
It's
to a
a
show.
great
Jade.
start.
I'm on board.
I'm into it.
I love the funny animalness of the old school stuff. I love the more tongue and cheekiness of
Yes.
it. But as far as like modern adventure cartoons go, I would watch that.
Yeah. I was and when I was watching the original, I watched the first episode this morning, and I was like, there are like creatures in this. There's like a weird ox or something breathing fire. And I was like, this is just not the...
The old school
yes,
stuff?
like
oh,
the
yeah,
old
yeah,
school
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, and this is the only one I had watched, really. I didn't know that there were others. So
Oh, wait till you get to the Fatal Fluffies.
I was just like, this is... And I love how different it is. Because it
yeah.
appeals to so many different demographics, but also I can watch this one and then watch the other one and be like, yeah, both awesome.
Yeah, they're both awesome in different
different ways,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think that's smart. It's kind of the way they're taking the approach with the difference between this the Skybound universe and the current and the modern the Larry Hamaverse, where the Hamaverse is the continuation of the old comic book. So it's kind of it's set in that more realistic G.I. Joe comic book adventure. So when they're doing the Skybound stuff, they're like, let's lean into the weird.
Yeah.
Because Larry doesn't do that. He doesn't
Okay.
deal with Cobra Law. Doesn't
I
deal with a
see.
lot of that stuff. He does some weird stuff, but it's not like this.
It's
This
not
is
like
like
that.
space weird.
That's awesome.
Because if you're going to have two, why not make them different?
Yeah.
So if you're going to do another
Most
G.I. Joe,
certainly.
why not make it different? This rumored story, word on the streets are saying that it's going to be a G.I. Joe Transformers cartoon.
That's really intriguing.
And based on this Energon kind of stuff. It's probably 2 years away easily because animation takes forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's which would be great though, because then that's something that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen. It's not a straight G.I. Joe one. It's not a straight Transformers one. It's a weird space opera with G.I.
love
Joe
it.
characters that we love, and yeah.
I love it. And you can like keep bringing back a character. Because I also, they did the new Snake Eyes movie, which I have not seen. Have you seen that?
I have.
How'd you feel about it?
I can't well, listen, G.I. Joe fan. I'm glad it exists.
Sure.
I don't love it.
Sure.
It's got a lot of problems.
Okay.
There's very little actual Snake Eyes in a movie called Snake Eyes.
Really?
He doesn't put his mask on until the final 30 seconds of the movie.
Okay, well.
Jane, like for real. If that tells you everything you need to know about it.
That's
it's one of
what-
those we're ashamed to put him in the mask, or Henry Golding's too
Yeah.
handsome.
Is it like a backstory movie?
It's like it should be his origin, but it's not even a real full origin because
no.
it's the Urashikage story. It's a
Yeah.
version of that, and that's fine. But then it doesn't even end with like him getting his face blasted or him
Yeah.
going mute. Like it doesn't end with any of that.
And the magic of this show is, I love the group aspect, but because their singular stories are so imperative to who they are in the present, I feel like that's you have to include that.
It's crazy. And like his dad was a part of G.I. Joe back in the day, and so he's been on the run trying to find Cobra because Cobra is the people that killed his dad.
Okay.
It's crazy. But the biggest sin of that movie, though, 100% is you have the coolest looking character, one of the coolest characters of the modern era,
Right.
period. Whatever
Right.
whatever your fandom is, he looks dope
all the time.
all the time in any iteration. He's like Batman.
Yes.
You give him to a different artist, he still looks amazing.
Yes.
And they gave you a 2-hour movie where he doesn't look like that until the final 30 seconds of the movie.
No, that doesn't work.
I'm not here for that.
That doesn't work.
Nope. You find a way to blast his face off in the third act or second act, and in the third act he gets his mask,
Yes.
and then that's it. We don't
That's
see
who
Henry
he
Golding anymore.
Yeah.
You do as many flashbacks as you want, or give him a rubber mask. You know, in the
Yes.
do you know in the comics they do that?
No, a rubber mask.
Yeah. So in order for it, because his face is all
Yeah.
melty, so they gave him like, it's easy to draw in comics.
Yeah.
You just draw a flat looking face. So they gave him like a human face like mask so he could walk around in public. So like they would have these great moments where Scarlett and him would be like on the Staten Island ferry, and they, because they were together romantically, and she would go to touch his face, but it would be the cool plastic, like the rubber, you know what I mean? Like it was,
That's
it was always
honestly
still
so
a barrier between. Yeah, oh, so
so
good.
neat.
It's so good. Well, Jaden, I'm so excited that you joined us today for Joe on
Thank you
Joe.
for having me. This was incredible. I loved it.
I'm so happy to hear that. I loved it. I can't wait to get to episode 2. So
Yes.
I got to schedule that now because that's gonna happen.
You gotta tell me when you watch it.
It was so good.
Can't wait.
I wish you all the best luck and success.
Thank
You don't
you.
need luck because you're skilled, but I wish it to you anyway.
Thank you.
Canada, look out.
Yeah, watch out, Moose.
Yeah, make room for us in case we have to flee this country.
Please. I will. I'll clear out my dorm. Don't worry about it. I got you.
You're gonna kill it up there.
Thank
You're gonna
you.
do so well. How long is the program?
2 years.
2 years. Oh my God, that's gonna fly by.
Yeah, I know.
And you start when we're recording this. It's late August. Start like September, right?
Yeah, starting in a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh, but I'm so slow. By the time this airs, you'll have graduated.
Nice. Let's go. I can't wait to
So
go.
this will
in
be
the
like
past.
a time capsule for you.
Yeah. That's
Future
awesome.
Jaden, congratulations on getting here.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being a Broadway winning.
Yeah. I got a Tony
yeah.
by now.
Congratulations on your EGOT, Jaden.
Yes.
No,
claim it.
We think the world of you. We
Thank
can't
you.
be happier for you up in Canada. Listeners, I know you enjoyed this episode, so I'm not even going to say I hope you did. I know you did. Go find her on Instagram at Jadan Vines, Jadan Vines. If you don't know how to spell Vines, go back to school. And then at Jaden_sings. Find her on Instagram. Wish her the best. I know this was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Most importantly, I haven't done this in a long time, so I was like, don't forget this. This is the key thing we haven't done in a long time.
Okay.
Everyone who does a cartoon with me gets to choose their own G.I. Joe code name.
I love this.
So the way we do this is it's you as a
Okay.
member of Joe or Cobra.
Okay.
What would your job be? And what would your code name then be? And we
That's
work it
such
out
a-
organically.
Okay.
So like, for example,
Uh-huh.
Rebecca is my
Yeah.
wife.
Uh-huh.
Is chose the name Toilet Teal,
Okay.
and she's the Cobra cleaning lady.
I love that.
Yeah,
Someone's got to do it.
really, someone does.
Someone has
So
to
it's
do it.
that level of like, if you were with Cobra or G.I. Joe,
I feel like if I was on the G.I. Joes, I think I'm skilled, but in reality, just for survival, but I don't think I actually am. I think I would be like the person who like fixes their clothes when they get ripped in like an explosion.
you'd be a dresser. Or
Yeah, but like a bad one
oh,
because I can't knit. So like,
but you would learn it though. I know you.
yeah,
You
I
would
would be like,
become
I
very
can't
good at
fight,
it.
but like I can fix your clothes.
And what's the name for that in theater? It's called a dresser seamstress.
Seamstress?
So
Yeah.
you would be the Joe seamstress.
I would be the seamstress.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what would your I know what your name would be, but
Oh.
what would you like your name to be?
No, I want you to tell me what it is.
Your needlepoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting that tattooed.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Jaden, your name is Needlepoint,
I
and you're the
love
G.I.
that.
Joe seamstress.
Yay.
So listeners, welcome Needlepoint to the Joe and Joe
For
team.
having me.
Needlepoint, thank you so much for being a guest
you
on Joe and
so
Joe.
much.
And now you Joe. And Joeing is half the battle.